Deep in the heart of Monument Valley, close to the Utah-Arizona boundary, is the Navajo Indian Reservation, where Uncle Sam has confirmed the land occupied for centuries by these, his desert children. They are strange people, these Navajos. At least their ways are strange to the white man. Still, the Navajos have been Americans longer than the white man. And Navajo ways are the ways of simple people who have never depended upon anyone except themselves and the land they tilled for life. Medicine men are the doctors among the Navajos. They are men of great faith and power among the Indians. Navajos believe these men understand the divine beings and their ways, as well as the sicknesses of human mind and body. But the divine beings are the ones who cure, not the medicine men. These only call attention to the sick. When they do this with the necessary faith and gift of beautiful things, say the Navajos, these divine beings are pleased, and the sick person is restored to health. This is what our story is about: a medicine man with his proper gifts of faith and beautiful things, and 3 other medicine men whom he has asked to join him in seeking a return to health for one of the tribe. "This one is very sick," says the medicine man. "He needs our help." The visiting friends agree. They sit smoking and say nothing. Just look at the little boy. Finally, they get up, mount their horses, and ride away. They are going to a very special spot, which the medicine man has chosen for the healing ceremony. On the way, they pass the high red walls and templed rocks of Monument Valley. No wonder they believe divine beings are very close to the Indian here. The red walls seem to reach right up almost to where these divinities live. The ceremonial hogan is prepared using large cedar posts and limbs, and the holes are chinked full of fresh, clean-smelling cedar bark. The top is left open to admit the sun. Now comes the first step in preparation for the ceremony. A beautiful painting is to be made of colored sands, obtained by crushing, grinding, and pulverizing brilliantly hued sandstone rocks and minerals taken from the canyon walls and mountains. The medicine man has spent 3 days already, climbing the steep mesas, hunting for the materials. He has chosen each with great and painstaking care to be sure it will produce the exact color he needs. One of them has been sent to him from a special mountain more than 50 miles away. It is deep blue. To the Navajo, the earth is fine and clean. It must never be defiled because from it comes life, the life that makes the corn grow, to feed hungry mouths and keep the body from starving. Life also for the grass which feeds the sheep, that they may produce wool for clothing to keep the body warm and dry. The earth is the mother of life, of health for body and mind. So clean, fresh sand from good Mother Earth must be the foundation for the sacred painting. But the painting must have deep meaning as well as beauty. All the strong forces for good that produce life, health, and favorable circumstance in the life of the Navajo must be presented in painting. These forces come from everywhere, so the first of the painting is a simple cross representing the 4 directions of the compass. Then the directions are filled in, making a solid circle of blue which represents the sun. The earth is the mother of life to the Navajo, but the sun is the father of life, because without the sun to warm and vitalize the earth, it could produce no life. So the sun is this blue circle, with eyes that see everything that men do, and it becomes the all-important center of the sacred painting. Corn pollen, because it fertilizes corn, the Navajo bread of life, is the strongest, most potent force for good which the Navajo can actually own or carry on his own body. So now the medicine man offers himself with all the strength of his faith and the good there is in him by laying this figure of a man with actual corn pollen across the face of the sun. It is the medicine man's contribution of himself to the divine beings. Now come the rays of the sun, decorated like feathers, to make them very, very beautiful. In the desert, water is another essential life. It is as necessary as the earth or the sun. It is another of the basic forces for good which the Navajo must have. Rainbows are placed all around the sun, for rainbows mean water, and water and the sun kind upon Mother Earth mean life. Life that is good and full and strong, like the strength of life which these men seek for the little boy. Around the sides of this Navajo land stand 4 mountains sacred to the Indians: Navajo Mountain, San Francisco Mountain, the La Platas, and the Lucachukis. The 4 major colors in this painting represent these mountains, and the T's now being laid in represent storm clouds over the peaks, pouring out rain as the zigzag lightning cuts through the clouds. For again, clouds, thunder, and lightning mean water, and water means life in the desert, strong, good life, like that sought for the little boy. The painting is now finished. It is vitalized and made potent with corn pollen sprinkled over its lovely colors. And then the little boy comes in. He has been brought to the spot by his mother while the painting was being made ready. The medicine man addresses himself momentarily to the heavens. Then he helps the little boy to offer his own faith and inward good to the divine beings by giving corn pollen to the sky and a touch of it upon his own head. His little sister does the same. The ceremony proper is ready to begin. First, the little boy must be undressed, so the kindly medicine man helps remove his clothes. Next, a potion is mixed, a combination of herbs and water. It is the holy medicine of this ritual, and the medicine man is sure it is very strong and good. He gives it to the little boy to drink. The sister puts it upon her head, and the medicine man rubs it generously over the little boy's entire body. Next, the lad is helped to his feet and led to the painting. He enters it from the east and sits down upon the center of it. All the vitality and strength of the good things coming from the earth and the sun represented in the painting are now invited to come into his body and heal it from its dreadful disease. The visiting medicine men are in their places. They drink of the potion too. The strength of their faith and their good lives must also combine here, that the divinities may listen and hear more easily. And then the chanting prayers begin. The little boy cries, not in fear, for he knows the medicine man is talking to the gods, and that the gods like little boys. But there is a cold October wind blowing, and he is cold, and there is much pain in his bones. At last he becomes more as the ritual continues. He listens to the prayers and picks at his small fingers. Finally, the prayers are finished, and the chanting is done, and the medicine man helps the little boy from the painting. Then, since it was prepared only for the healing ceremony, it must now be made to disappear, that men may not defile it. The visiting medicine man gathers it all up, along with the sand he originally brought from Mother Earth, and takes it out to the north, to deliver it back again to her great and sympathetic bosom. So the ceremony is over. The little boy is dressed, and he and his sister leave the ceremonial hogan. But high above them, even higher than the great red walls, the somber skies look down upon the sands of Monument Valley. Utah-Arizona boundary is the Navajo Indian Reservation, where Uncle Sam has confirmed the land occupied for centuries by these, his desert children. They are strange people, these Navajos. At least their ways are strange to the white man. Still, the Navajos have been Americans longer than the white man. And Navajo ways are the ways of simple people who have never depended upon anyone except themselves and the land they tilled for life. Medicine men are the doctors among the Navajos. They are men of great faith and power among the Indians. Navajos believe these men understand the divine beings and their ways, as well as the sicknesses of human mind and body. But the divine beings are the ones who cure, not the medicine men. These only call attention to the sick. When they do this with the necessary faith and gift of beautiful things, say the Navajos, these divine beings are pleased, and the sick person is restored to health. This is what our story is about. A medicine man with his proper gifts of faith and beautiful things, and 3 other medicine men whom he has asked to join him in seeking a return to health for one of the tribes. Deep in the heart of Monument Valley, close to the